urge to do a reading. So hold on, let me turn on the slide over here. Um, what's surrounding collective right now? Options, karma, all of that. What is surrounding collective right now? Okay, that's what I want to ask. Look, the world card showed up. Y'all crazy. Okay, so y'all take what resonates. So you have the world. Look, the world is your oyster. The world is your key. Anything's possible. Um, uh, there's a vast world out there, and anything's possible. Okay, y'all take what resonates. So we're gonna find out what's surrounding collective, and maybe gonna collect something. Okay, look, it says a whole new world out there, y'all. There's some kind of new um, idea or something coming towards you. Okay, give me a card to represent collective. It said the sunshine, y'all. That's the best card in the deck, so y'all take what resonates. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for coming down, guarding, and protecting us as we channel these messages. Thank you, ancestors and ascended masters, for all the helpful healing messages that you give, the absolute truth. I just seen the Nine of Cups, which is something about your persistence and whatever is about to pay off, okay? Your consistency, your authenticity. Give me one card to represent collective, and then tell me what's surrounding collective. So the Two of Cups in reverse. It says self-love, distrust, imbalance. Okay, that's representing you right now. You're having trouble trusting the process. Okay, so give me a card in all four corners to represent collective. Show me the past. Hold on, there's a childhood, past childhood. There was a changing point in your like going into adolescence, and then another changing point going into adulthood, and then what has brought you here today. Okay, what is surrounding you from those elements. Okay, so give me four cards to show me those things. Says the Page of Pentacles, that's childhood, in reverse. Okay, this one's in the upright for the some kind of changing point in your adolescence. Okay, give me two more cards. We got somebody was trying to take something from you. Okay, I'll explain them more in a minute. And the outcome is two cards upright. Okay. All right, so something in your past, something in your childhood, you learned from some type of failure, or you kept repeating a cycle over and over and over again until you had some type of epiphany about self-love. You were dependent, unmotivated. It's almost as if you were like so stubborn that you wouldn't listen to advice or something to that effect because you knew things. Okay, take that as it resonates. Okay, this could be for a water sign or an earth sign. Okay, that doesn't have to be. I'm just explaining what they are. Okay, it says something about you were having some type of trouble communicating your hopes and dreams as a child. Okay, so take it as it resonates. You had a tough time communicating as a child to higher ups. Okay, so something changed there. Okay, you found some type of you put your all into some type of love relationship. Collective, you put your all into some type of love relationship to get out of this. That was some type of an illusion that you were creating a codependent relationship. Okay, 441 when I say that. It says, but it felt happy. You were contented with that illusion. Okay, it felt like happiness until you were brought to some type of realization. Okay. You were betrayed by that false illusion, by that false happiness, okay? And you felt like you betrayed yourself. You've been carrying guilt for falling for that false illusion because you you had trouble communicating with, say, your parents or what have you when you was a child about your hopes and dreams, okay? Because they felt differently than you did. This could be between a water sign and an earth sign. You could be the water sign collective, and your parent or what have you could be an earth sign, okay? But you were having real hard difficulties expressing yourself to that authority figure, okay? And you attached yourself to some other type of codependent relationship, okay? And then you had some type of epiphany, a realization about the pain. You felt pain because you were betrayed. Your trust was betrayed. That's why you're having trouble with trust, okay? Um, some type of severe breakup trauma in the past, okay, is what has has brought you to now, okay? You learned lessons. You built, you developed skills that you didn't even realize that you were having because you were covering them up to keep someone else happy. Okay, so where we stand right here is what surrounds you is childhood trauma, pretty much. Learning to open your mouth, learning to communicate your true feelings, learning to communicate your hopes, your dreams, your wishes, the things that you want to see in your family life, in your relationships. Okay, you need to express those things and stop holding those back. Okay, because you didn't feel that you could do that when you was a child. You might have been told to shut up, you talk too much, you're loud, that kind of shit like that. But God gave you a voice for a reason. You understand? So accept that and express your true feelings because you held back even in that codependent relationship that you thought was going to bring you happiness. And if you got to hold back, um, um, telling your spouse or your other half your hopes and dreams that they think that they're crazy or something, then that's not the relationship that you need to be in, okay? And you had a realization of that, but you feel like years were stolen, okay? You feel like something was stolen from you because of um, that you had to go through those things to find out, and you feel like that something may be too late, but it's never ever too late, collective, okay? You I feel like someone's gonna write a book. Y'all take what resonates, okay? Someone's gonna write a book about their journey, okay? But you felt like something was stolen from you, but that was something mental, okay? Now it's brought us to the outcome, to where we are now. This would be considered the north node. Understand that the poles shift, okay? This is the south node. This is where you used to be in your ways of thinking and you've developed since then because you had this epiphany, okay? And now you're acting more strategically, more with more knowledge, okay? To take the steps forward, okay? All right, and this will be the outcome. It says you're about to receive for being persistent and never giving up and learning lessons from the past, okay? You've healed from some kind of childhood trauma, collective, okay? Now it's time to open up and start trusting again, okay? Because you're about to receive something, okay? They're telling you to let go of the negative feelings that you had about the past, okay? Because that's the only thing, what I showed that's holding you back is holding on to, um, if you're not communicating something, even if you felt like that you couldn't, okay, you felt like you couldn't, but if you're not communicating something with someone, they don't automatically just know, okay? So, you need to forgive the because it was a lack of communication. That's where the problem lied. Okay, on both of these, something was. We're gonna say you. This is how you started the game. Okay, you didn't really know the rules when you first started the game. And you started playing the game, you just walked up and started playing the game, taking a risk, okay? Jumping out into the big old world, okay? And you were naive about it, okay? You were naive about the big old world because of maybe what you saw on TV or maybe what you saw with your parents, okay? But you were naive about the big old world, and you thought, you were trained that you can't do stuff by yourself. So you were naive about that too. You were trained that you had to have a partner in order to succeed. Okay? So then when you got in that relationship, that partner's ego and narcissism wanted to be the star. Okay? So in your MK Ultra training that you experienced as a child, through multimedia, what have you, okay, just the world being the world, um, 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 and your religious beliefs, okay, they taught you to encourage others and that and that and that, okay, so you were doing so much of the encouragement of giving it to others, you weren't encouraging yourself. You felt contented, you felt content with other people's happiness brought you happiness. You felt content with that, but you weren't truly satisfied because you knew that you were made for something bigger, not just that small little um, lesson. You started realizing that that was the lesson. Okay, you started realizing that you were betraying yourself by promoting and building others instead of loving yourself. You were depleting yourself by doing that, okay? You realize that it doesn't have to be one above the other one. We can all go together. We can all do it together. Do you understand? You started realizing those things. You were like, wait a minute, we're all connected. We can all go together. I want to take all of them with me. Sometimes you can't take the past with you, okay? You got to learn the lessons from the past, so you can teach others in the future through your experiences, okay? Because believe it or not, you've been through some wild experiences that can, just your story could impact someone else's life on a profound level, okay? I have a tendency to watch like true stories and stuff like that. Those are some of my favorites. Okay, it's the true stories, and it's amazing to me, like all these big names that you hear all the time, like Elvis. Okay, I got a true story over there about Elvis right now, but I haven't watched it yet. James Dean, Marilyn Monroe, Kurt Cobain, all those people, you don't truly know them. You don't truly know them just because you saw them doing all that shit on TV, okay? And when they put out the true story about them, like their trueness, their real, their rawness, how they was raised, and I mean, look, just for an example, on the here and now days, Justin Bieber's parents are shit. They're shit people, okay? Shit people. That's how Justin Bieber got in the position, and it confuses the poor boy, okay? They're not very good people. Where are they right now? That's bullshit anyway. But that's what I'm saying. We don't really know until we take the time to look deeper, look past beyond what is being presented, because there's something else that lies underneath. Okay, that's all I'm saying. And you've learned lessons from the past. Okay, you've learned lessons about your being naive and that and that and that. And your story, collective, your story is going to help someone else improve their life. You may be up on a stage speaking or something to that effect, gosh, things keep pointing to that. Look, being celebrated, collaborating with someone else and weighing the options. Someone's going to present. You're going to be presented. Okay, this is what's surrounding collective, okay? Is getting rid of the childhood trauma, okay? And learning to trust again. Start with trusting yourself, okay? Having faith. Okay, having faith and believing and trusting in Jesus and the divine powers that are always surrounding us. Okay, you feel like that's a birth thing. That's given. You've always thought that you had, quote, faith. Okay, but did you truly? If you can't trust yourself, did you really have faith? I mean, can you trust yourself, collective? Can you trust yourself to be honest with yourself? Start right there, okay? Start right there. That's the best place to start, okay? What else is collective? Truth, y'all. What else is collective? What else is surrounding collective, okay? How does collective feeling about their health? How's collective feeling about their health at this time? It says golden. You feeling pretty golden about your health, collective. You may have had a checkup recently, but you're in it for the long term. You're still alive. Look, you still got a pulse. I'm golden. Golden as fuck. I'm an heir, baby. I'm telling you. Tell me what else collective needs to know. What surrounds this? It says someone tried to take your inheritance. Someone tried to take your goldenness. But it truly belongs to you. It's your birthright. You're going to receive it. You hear me? Like, Scar, listen. Scar didn't really try to steal Mufasa's birthright. But Scar felt like Mufasa stole his, but Mufasa was trying to give Scar his birthright. Mufasa was trying to give it to Scar. But natural things just happen naturally. You understand? And the female, she felt Mufasa was the true king. Do you understand? You're just gonna know. You're just gonna know something when this comes towards you, okay? It says let go of any doubt. You gotta let go of the doubt, okay? You have to let go of the doubt. It says some kind of illusion. The doubt is an illusion. All of this shit is an illusion. Don't you know? Like all of it, okay? You're the fair lady, okay? You're prepared to receive. Somebody was giving something to someone else that didn't deserve it. And it belonged to you. Okay, what is that? It says the Queen of Wands. Some kind of courage, confidence, determination. Okay, they couldn't steal your joy though. I'm telling you, that's your destiny. They couldn't steal your joy. I'm telling you, something is speeding up in action. Y'all, if this is resonating with y'all, hit that like button, subscribe. If you want to donate, it's Cash App, $Angelmoon6237. Something has sparked a flame, like something has sparked up. And you're holding the key in your hand. The strength is building, I'm telling you. Something you're realizing your power. And you're being humble about your power. You understand? You're realizing your power because before you would willy-nilly shoot darts out. You wasn't controlling it. You didn't understand it. Okay, but I'll say you've honed in your power and you're prepared to wield that said power if need be. Okay. What does collective need to do with that power? It says, be prepared to receive. Receive abundance, prosperity, your gifts. Your gifts, fairness is coming towards you. Fairness is manifesting and coming towards you. It says somebody was greedy. They're out of the picture. You see them over there? They're out of the picture because something else. Because somebody wants to make some type of new offer to you. This is a new offer. Somebody who was greedy is out of the picture. That person's out of the picture. What's the outcome? Whoa, not all them. That's half the damn deck. What you talking about? What's the outcome? It says wish fulfillment. How's that going to come about? It says because you manifested. You have everything you need. We're at the end. You have everything you need with the end, collective. It's you. You are the key. It says action, creation, manifestation, power, self-confidence, clarity, willpower, skill, and creativity. You're getting a brand new beginning, a new creative opportunity. Telling you. You're waiting on something. Plan for this. Plan this. Okay? Alright, what's going on with this King of Pentacles over here? What's going to happen to this greedy person that was apparently jealous of collective? It says they were trying to do something. Somebody in the background was trying to interfere. Somebody was trying to interfere. They were paying this person. Somebody was trying to interfere with this. It's being exposed. This King of Pentacles was trying to interfere with something to do with collective, trying to betray you financially, to hold you back from this new beginning. But you're getting it, okay? Because that was some kind of obsession. Somebody was addicted. Somebody was addicted to, look, trying to hold you back. God dang. Trying to hold back your passion. Trying to make you feel dim and hold back your joy. Like everything you tried or everything you attempted would fail because somebody was in the background being sneaky and like paying for you to be betrayed. I'm telling you, this ex, this could be a family member. It doesn't have to be male or, I mean, it could be male or female. It looks like somebody that was possibly well off financially, maybe born with a silver spoon in their mouth and let ego tempt them. It says something about a death to somebody's. This is some kind of death to somebody. It says work, and it says change, and it says comfort for the Queen of Cups, because you're getting celebrated. Look, y'all, this is some kind of final judgment to elevate. Put the past behind you. Period. If you keep carrying around the past, all it's going to do is drag you down. Period. Living in the here and now. Look, you carrying around past from fucking 30 years ago. 50 years ago. That shit's over. That shit's fucking over, man. Like, what good is it doing you besides just dragging you down? Like, just dragging you around. You keep flashing back to fucking what could have been and what didn't. Okay? Quit what could have been and what didn't. And think about what did. I mean, what have you learned? What have you learned, collective? Write that shit down if you got to. If you forgot what you learned, write it down. Just take notes, write down, say, damn, I learned that. Shit, I never dreamed in a zillion years that I could have went through the things that I went through, come out golden on the other side, y'all. I never dreamed it in a million years. I'm still alive. I ain't no drug addict. I don't have to sacrifice myself to take care of myself. I trusted in Jesus. I'm telling y'all, okay? I'm reading out of the Ancients, y'all, page 189. Okay, it says, before solstice, she and Auntie had made the journey down valley with the string of goats to recover her brother in Marin. They planned to suspend the boy and carry him to the village where he could heal beside the warm waters. But Lyra had failed to find the yurt. The only evidence was a stack of firewood she had collected from the river and piled neatly. She had stacked the wood because someone needed to before winter snowfall. Now she knew. The old man hadn't collected enough wood because they were leaving that place before winter. Leaving, but for where? Because they were preparing for something that other people didn't know about, okay? It says it had been dark and icy, and even her knees with a bright flame, Lyric could find no sign. She simply wasn't keen enough to read what was written out on the ground. Auntie said, when the sun returns, we'll find them, I promise. So take what resonates. So when the sun returns, when everything's lit up, somebody's going to see something clearly. The sun is the best card in the deck, y'all. So y'all take it as it resonates, okay? The sun's the best, that's the wish fulfillment card, okay? Oh, thank you, Miss Kate. Oh, you know what? I want to make you the moderator if that's okay with you, because Okay, standard moderator. Okay, I moderated you. Thank you, Miss Kate. All right, 2 kings, y'all. Oh, you might have a decision. You might have a choice between 2 options, okay? 464, but you're going to know. It's page 464. You're going to know. 1001 right now. 2626. Wow, something's going on. Okay, anyway. You're going to know because something's going to be instantaneous. Something's going to feel very instantaneous with a connection. You're going to automatically know. If you're able to release what you believed that was a codependent relationship, that it was a lopsided codependent relationship. You had the codependency to heal them, fix them, what have you them. And they had the narcissism to use you and abuse you and lie to you and that. Let that fuck shit go. Gone. Bye. And let that new come in, okay? And let that new equal come in. You're going to know, too, you're going to know that this person, you're going to feel a calmness. And maybe an excitement at the same time. Okay? That's what love feels like. You're going to feel it immediately. Okay? Alright, 2 kings on page 464. Okay, tell me. It says, now it happened as soon as the kingdom was established in his hand, that he executed his servants, who had murdered his father, the king. But the children of the murderers he did not execute, according to what is written in the book of the law of Moses, in which the Lord commanded, saying, fathers shall not be put to death for their children, nor shall children be put to death for their fathers. But a person shall be put to death for his own sin. Take that as it resonates. Somebody, they're going to pay the price for their own sin. You're not going to pay for somebody else's karma. You understand? This is the year for karma payment, okay? I'm telling y'all. So y'all check it out and go read up on that. But this is the year for karma payment. So if you've been, you might have already experienced some of release of karma, of let go of karma. But somebody was trying to put their karmic debt on you, okay? Because they could feel this. They knew that this was coming up, okay? Y'all check out history, ancient times and stuff will tell you all of this, okay? This year is a 9 year, and it's a completion, okay? Which is all debts paid, motherfuckers, okay? You get what I mean? You get what I'm saying? You hear me? Okay, all debts pay up, okay? We're now in the 4th month. You may have felt a little bit of it during the first couple of months, okay, of letting go and releasing, because nobody's perfect, and you have had karma, you have had revenge and envy and bullshit like that you felt in the past, and that guilt of carrying around that you didn't speak up, okay? You're speaking up now, so that's where we're starting now, okay? You're speaking up now. Tell me what the unicorns want to say. We got new opportunities and manifest your dreams. We got declutter your life, glimpse a magical doorway. A 5, new opportunities. You're balanced, collective. You're taking the road less traveled, okay? Spread your wings and get ready. You're about to receive a new home. For real, okay? I'm just saying. It says, focus your vision and seek satisfaction and contentment. A 5 and a 4 and a 22, okay? Let me show y'all these. All right, we got a 5, which is big changes, big look, open up your heart for these, to receive these. Look, that makes it, look at that. It makes a perfect, damn near perfect rainbow right there, y'all. Take it as it resonates. That's beautiful. Declutter your life. Glimpse a magical doorway. When you are ready, ask your unicorn to raise your frequency so that anything new that flows in is a better quality than which that you have released. Ask it to bathe you in its light and for your brighter aura. The more wonderful the news will be. You are creating an opportunity to step through a magical doorway into a sunlit future. Was we not just talking about that, y'all? Collective confirmation. Take what resonates. Affirmation for the new opportunity. I am preparing for new opportunities. Page 30. Okay, manifest your dreams. I love this, y'all. I claim it. I claim it. If you claim it, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, y'all. Focus your vision and seek satisfaction and contentment. Seek and ye shall find. Seek satisfaction and contentment in the here and now, in the things that you have right now, and it will draw in much better, okay? It says, choosing this card indicates that you're ready to bring forward a soul desire, something that satisfies you at a deep level. It may be to express yourself through painting or creativity. Wow, I was thinking about painting today. To look after animals, to serve in some kind of way, or to heal or help others. You may want to explore the world, race cars, climb a mountain, invent new technology, or teach. It is not what you ask for, but what it lights up inside you that's important. Okay? It says, let go of all thoughts of financial reward or how you might personally benefit from your soul desire. For when you manifest them, your feelings of joy and wonder will automatically draw abundance to you. Confirmation again, y'all. Bam! The affirmation is, I manifest my soul's desires. Okay, y'all take what resonates there. If it resonates with you, hit that like button. All right, I know y'all ready for the letters. I'm about to get them. Okay, so y'all prepare for the letters. 333, some kind of, ooh, that's some kind of enlightenment right here. I'm going to pull them out. Oh shit, an E fell to the floor, y'all. Something about your spiritual, someone's blocking off their spiritual message. Hold on, I'll be right back. Y'all look at them for a second. I gotta use the restroom. Yay. Alright, y'all, take what resonates. If it resonates with you, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, okay? And I may do a birthday after, at the end. So whoever's in here, if y'all here at the end, I might do your birthday. So, there you go. And I'll verify you're still in here before I just read off a birthday. We got 2 times. Something happened 2 times. Okay, it says some kind of new beginning. A 6. We got Jean. I know. It says Jean. And it says I know. So I know is an Aries affirmation. Like I feel is a Cancer one. Aries is I know. Okay? So because they think they know everything. 166, y'all. Someone's birthday could be January of 6th of 66. It's something like June 16th, June 6th. June 6th is D-Day. That's my dad's birthday. My so-called real dad. So-called, I'll say. Allegedly, my real dad. Something about a Buick. A Buick. It says big Buick. Big Buick. Gib. Decide. D something. Deck. Gib deck. Ilk. This is something to do with high. Hi, babe. Belk, judgment. UV, the sun. That's the sun. Something about unliked. Jackie. Unlike Jackie. Something about clues. Clued in. Somebody clued somebody in. It says something about a bank. Take what resonates. Okay, it says something about a blanket. No, die. Someone died? It don't say blanket, it says left something. Blank. Blank in, die. Someone took you out of a wheel. Holy crap, I done dropped the E again. The E is important, y'all. That's 2 times it went to the floor. So take that as it resonates. There it is in my hand. 2 times that E went to the floor. Take that as it resonates, okay? Bide. Heck. Heck. What the heck? Somebody's questioning something. Okay, something about a lake. Debbie. Somebody's questioning Debbie. I see Kevin. I see Kevin and Debbie. Cousins. They're cousins. Take what resonates. Something about judged. Judge somebody wrong. Somebody assumed something. It says Blake. It says black. Blackened. Blackening. Backing. Or lacking. Somebody was lacking something. Okay. Beak. Vibes. Somebody named D. Heed vibes. Okay, take what resonates. Collective. If it resonates, hit the like button. Subscribe. It says bleeding back. Someone's back was bleeding. Kevin. Julie. Y'all pay attention now. It's talking to somebody. It says have, hiding, black what? Baby? Someone's hiding a black baby. I've had being luck. I've had luck being I've had luck being. Begin. Lucky beginning. Take what resonates, y'all. There it is. Okay. Okay, it says something about nighttime. Somebody was naive. It says naive. Okay. Naive. Okay. Night. No, it says it don't have a T out here. It says something about an avenue. Believed in something. Believed. Believed a high buck. Somebody was trying to get rich quick. Someone was trying to get something like through a scheme. Something about June, and it says June 6th right there. June 16th and June 1st. January 6th. Dave or David. Dave backed. Dave believed somebody. Somebody that was lying. Okay. Lick what? I don't know. There's some kind of ink here. Blink. Heat blink. Gave Bick. Gave Dick. Somebody's name may be Dick. Some kind of hobby or habit. Hubble link. Some kind of link. It says Lee out here. Lee like that and Lee like this. Okay, it says heal. Gave, heal, give, heal. Give, deal. Somebody had a deal. Okay. Husband. The husband gave somebody a deal. Doubling something. Something got jinxed. Somebody put some kind of hex on somebody. Dale. It says lack. Take what resonates. Showing me that. It says something is validated. Somebody's getting validated. Valid deck. Age. A gin. Somebody did some type of magic and put a gin on somebody. A genie. Okay, so take what resonates there. Okay, it says something about a lady, a lad. Valid. What is valid? Valid age. Why are you valid age? Huh? Okay. Lance. Balance. Okay. Something about Lance. Balanced. Big. Vice. Big Vic. Something about January and June. Aligned. Be aligned. Vic be aligned. BJ, JB, JK. Ned, needs, some kind of need, meeting your needs, something's legitimate. Okay, Gail had hand in evil, something was huge, huge evil, huge devil, bank, huge HB, hick, whatever that means, ice, I like. Oh, I like. Kane. Dane. Oh, what Debbie's out here for? Gabe. Badge. Somebody wears a badge. In badge. In like badge. Unlike badge. Unlike badge. Unlike judge. Unlike. Unliked. Okay. Gabe. Unlike. Gabby. Gabby. Abby. Debbie. Okay. Hulk. Something about somebody's neck. What is happening in the neck? ID. Kid. Someone's about, it's about someone's age. Lullaby. There's no Y. Vivid. Something's vivid. Have a. Have. Hubby. Hubby. Cubby. Chubby. Double. Double. Have a double. Okay, it says change. Change. Blue. Change blue. Blue what? XI. Chi. Change your chi. JK. Just kidding. Okay. Angel. Angel. Bunch. A bunch of angels. Just saying a bunch of. Someone's surrounded by a bunch of angels. Okay. To give you some kind of chance, it says something about an eagle. Eagle. Seeing something from a higher perspective. Okay. Seeing things from a higher perspective. Bunch of angels. Bunch of angels. Alright. Says something about a beach. Season a moment. A bugle. A beagle. A beagle. A dog. That's loyal. And they smell. They can smell real good. They have a knack for hunches. Okay. A hunting dog. Each gleek. Gleeking. Each something. Leaking. What are you saying there? Each. Bulk. Bulking. Says king. Clue. Have clue. Someone has a clue. Bed, head, head, bed, ebb, something's flowing, okay? Take what resonates. Luke, something's luck, lucky. Had luck. Somebody has some type of luck. Something's breaking through, something's coming through. Something may have looked bleak, but it's changing. It says duck. Someone lucked. I don't know. Luck, babe. Lucking. Lucking. Luck, babe. Head. Healed. Someone healed. Alright, saying something about bling, 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 and it's saying something about bucks. Somebody having somebody's back. Back in black. Heed some kind of warning. It says jingle. A jingle? Somebody may want you to sing a jingle. Somebody might want you to do some kind of jingle for them, okay? Take what resonates right there. If it resonates with you, hit the like button and subscribe, okay? If y'all want to donate to the channel, it's Cash App $Angel Moon 6237. Something about a collab. Collaborating. Something about California. Something's clicking. Somebody likes something about you. Dying something. Blink. When you blink, everything's going to change. It says Ace. Brand new beginning. Also says Lexi. It says Alexi. Something about a van and a car. It says something about a band. Banding. Band. Land. Some kind of exit. CJ. There's some kind of link, L-I-N-K. Linked, L-I-N-K-E-D. Linking together. Linking, okay? Take what resonates, okay? Let me see. If y'all see any more letters or any more words in there that I missed and it triggered you, or you saw something that caught your eye, there's no coincidences, so y'all share it, okay? Don't be afraid to leave a message in the messages. Don't be afraid to leave a comment down there, okay? All right. So I hope this has resonated with y'all. If it resonated, hit the like button, subscribe. I'm gonna give you a Wild Goddess card and a message from the universe for to go to bed. I got some. I'll get them cards out. I have to straighten that out. What does the Wild Goddess want to tell Collective about this reading? It says the Shaman. A 1. Keep getting a 1, Collective. A brand new beginning. Brand new. Okay, beautiful. It says work on healing and empowering yourself if you want to be useful to others on their own journey from suffering to healing. You've learned things from your journey, okay? And they're asking you to work on those the little things that are still lingering, because that's what's holding you back. It's almost like a thumbtack on a say you got a cloth on the wall, you got a thumbtack in it. If you put a little bit of pressure underneath that little cloth, that thumbtack will spring out. But you can pull on that cloth and that thumbtack will still just stay in there. It all depends on the way, the angle that you're going from, okay? I hope you understand what I'm saying right there, okay? Work on empowering yourself, or it'll all come down. Look at here, the bottom of the deck's 23. Magic number for love, y'all. With love, all things are possible. For love replaces your confusing doubts and weakening fears with faith, and in yourself and in others. 1, 2, 3, y'all. That's what it just gave us. 1, 2, 3. New beginnings. Get ready, get set. On your mark, get set, go. Y'all stay golden, Pony Boy. See you on the flip side.